welcome back to Elisa the Innkeeper. Well, there's reasons, no question. I think I read this last episode. Either way, we're going. Don't remember. I wouldn't call it a tiny detail. I noticed that your castle needs some renovations. This calls for extra costs, since my prices offer was very generous. I hope that this would not be a problem. Oh? Wait, selling his castle? Fucking loser. Oh, could I have mentioned that at least? And fuck you, achievement! I wanted to spare you the more useless troubles after all. It is just a few coins. I have to double that to fully renovate the property. Try to understand my situation. No! The renovation costs so much. Yes, it's not cheap. I see. After all, you charge the final amount by much. I'm sorry, I did not inform you. It was not very professional of me. I see. This is how people play games, and why is there an exclamation point? I want to clickety click and see what. Gone. What? It's done. It's done. I'm not longer on it further. No reason to make a fuss about such small stuff. No. I want to choose all the bad options, so people have reasons to choose the good options. Damn it. Do we even have it in the authority? Let's try it next. Let's do the next page. Gosh, fuck you, miss. Run away? Yes. Oh. Music? Hey. See where this is going now? The question made the prince ponder on the situation for a moment. He realized he had inevitably ended up in the center of the attention. Every person in that inn was looking at him. Seeing a nobleman lose his temper for a small change matter is certainly not a good sight. Finally, you will be brought down to our level. I spoke too loudly, and now everyone is staring at me. No reason to keep arguing for a few coins. Sucker. After carefully evaluating the situation, the prince sucked it up and forget just at once his poverty greed. Alright, never mind. Oh well. I'm happy that we could see the smell acquired too. Not my problem. I'm happy too. The smell on his face. The merchant put the document away in his pocket. I will have the payment delivered to your home as soon as possible. Okay. I hope to hear from you soon then. Maybe not too soon. Why that? Scanning the people in the room and seeing that nobody was paying attention to their arguing anymore, he could breathe a sigh of relief. He slowly stood from the table. Are we going now? I was thinking we were gonna have a couple of drinks. I'm afraid there are people outside who are patiently waiting for my visit. Having them wait more would be a shame. Not my fucking problem. Especially if it is that gorgeous innkeeper. I see. Well, you are very right. I go as well. Too bad we would have stayed for steak with you were talking about earlier. Next time, I promise. I'll count on it. It's like right there, don't worry, I'll be counting the cash, just make sure of it. Merchant was done with business as well for the day. So he stood up too. It was a pleasure. Your Grace, again, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm just over here doing my job and getting paid for it. It's a pleasure for me as well. Changing subjects, can you send the money to this address? It's my house, but I will stay there for a couple of weeks. And what else is there? He pulled out a small leaflet from his pocket, wrote something on it, and left it on the table. Goodbye. He turned and walked through the exit without turning back. Oh, in the end, it went well finally. This deal is done too. I can leave. He was thinking to himself. His gaze still low after a few seconds. He reached out for the paper Prince had left there and glanced at it. Oh, I can't believe this. What? What is it? Weather was cool, with a steady breeze. I was reading that hand. The sea breeze, just perfect for a walk outside, despite the lost money and satisfaction of having had the upper hand in front of all those people. At the end, was way more important than the prince than any amount of gold. At least those were his thoughts as he was thinking. Back to talk had just ended. Go back to where I was. Didn't think I could do anything about that after all. He was not wrong. Let's leave it at that. Florence was blooming, was with life. People were bustling down the streets, and everyone was busy at work. Except for you, freaking noble. Or so, always running around to earn a few gold coins. What, you expect mommy and daddy to do all the freaking money thing for you? The more thought of that sweet Elisa having to leave this way makes me sick as soon as I will manage to conjure her. I will easily be able to allow her a much more comfortable lifestyle. And yet, who pays your bills? All these common folk? Fuck you! Downside of rich people. Like, what the hell? That moment, his thoughts about the lost money came back to haunt him. Like a shadow always following him, everywhere he went. He truly ripped me off. I still can't explain to myself how it was possible such a vile merchant he managed to be. To do that to me. He muttered to himself. He tried to empty my mind and forget about this. Well, how do you think you get paid? Like I know how to spend money to make money. Like what the hell? If I keep over obsessing over it, I will get angry again. I don't want to spoil the rest of this day. Yes, get angry! Use the dark side! He kept repeating those words, but he couldn't convince himself. He kept going back to the moment when for the first time in his life, he was forced to admit defeat. I must distract myself. Yes. He was finally getting greeted when he could spot at some distance the line of trees marking the end of the road. It was a clear sight of how close he was to the place he longed to reach. Just some more patience. I'm almost there. Good, let the wild bears kill you. Suddenly and abruptly, he could get reminded of the dream he gave up a few hours earlier. I would have much rather stayed asleep instead of caring about that room's condition. It would have been better to meet the merchant in the afternoon. I have to live with it. With some luck next time, will be the last time, then I won't be able to see him again. Now we're back here. Rise Tuner in a corner, and he finally saw the coveted inn. He got overwhelmed by joy. Seeing that house built in such a fancy and elegant style made him shrug off the source of his anxiety from the morning. Good. Let the assassins take you. Even in this situation, I almost slipped out of my control. I couldn't turn the tide in my favor. It is really unbelievable that I suffered no consequences. He whispered as he spent up for a walk to a trot, reached the doorstep for the inn. The door was of hardwood, with a very nice cast iron knob, which looked very heavy. Ow. I want to know why you're putting this with high detail. Him coming back to the place was a jump to the past. He had been chasing the dream of consorting Florence' most beautiful woman for countless nights. Okay. Today is the day. Thought the young prince, confident in nothing could. And for him, that's what they all want. Because I'm gonna end the episode here for now. Wow. But either way, hopefully you guys have a great one time, great day too, and I'll see you guys next time. Fuck, I'm doing either way, so you guys have a great wonderful day as well.